Hey guys, what's up? LegendBTV back at it again, and you know what time it is? It's time for another pop track roundup. You all know what it is. The show where me, LegendBTV, goes through a series of new tracks that just released that have the potential to be big hits. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I'm going to go ahead and review each one of them, just for fun. You know what it is. Let's go.
Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, see where this thing goes.
First up we have Bebe Rexha featuring Florida Georgia Line called Let It Be. This song features the once country duo Florida Georgia Line, I think now transitioning into more of a poppier sound, because this sound sounds nothing like country. It is really synthetic trap beats and really just everything that's on the radio. It's got all that trap filling in there towards the end, and it's just got the basic, sterile pop beat and then just the same old repetitive snaps, and really sounds pretty boring, to be honest. Not to say the song's flat out terrible, I'm just not really seeing the appeal of this. Bebe Rexha is a talented singer, no doubt, but I don't know, Florida Georgia Line, their accents really bug me, and I don't know, this song's just kind of, really throwaway sounding and just a pretty bland radio hit. I'm like, pass on this one.
That's just the dark side of me.
Next up, we got Dolla Future featuring Kiiara called Darkside. Now, I actually haven't said this before, but I don't think Dolla is the worst rapper in the world. I liked his performance on songs like Gone with Afrojack, and I actually like his performance here. He does a decent job, but the highlight for me is actually Kiiara's part. Yeah, who knew? The singer who made that ridiculous Gold song is actually showing some promise with a decent feature on an otherwise bad song, Heavy by Linkin Park. And now this song, which I actually have to admit is pretty decent. The beat's got some dark textures. It does sound like a generic trap song, but Kiiara sounds so nuanced and really good. I'm just like, whoa. If this becomes a hit, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I'll take it. Not bad.
Yeah, hold tight when you tiptoe. Say something when you tiptoe.
What's up? We got Jason Derulo here trying to retain his momentum by adding in French Montana because he had that big smash up for Unforgettable this year. And this sounds almost identical to Swalla, his only hit this year. And yeah, honestly, the song's not bad. At times it can be kind of catchy, but I don't know. I found the chorus particularly boring. And I mean, while it's okay, it's passable. Jason Derulo sounds alright. It's just, I don't know. I feel like at this point, he's just got no finesse or swell to him anymore. Like, there's not really any reason for Jason Derulo to exist as a solo artist. And I think his music's starting to reflect that because he keeps rehashing the same old styles and the same old just kind of like halfway upbeat, halfway mid-tempo kind of pop music. And really, there's just nothing that characterized or charismatic about any of this. So, it's okay. If you like Jason Derulo, I recommend this. If you don't, I'm not sure how much you'll like this, but it's not his worst song. I'll give him that.
Feels like the world's gone mad, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's...
Next up, we're covering another song from Bright, the album, and this is by the alternative band Bastille from the UK. They dropped a new song now called World Gone Mad, and what do I think of it? Well, it's pretty good. Do I think it's their best song? No, it can't top masterpieces like Good Grief, but it is a pretty good song, and Dan Smith, once again, provides excellent vocals, and yeah, I just think he's an extremely talented vocalist, and this band's tunes are pretty catchy, so yeah, it's got a good hook, and I guess relatable themes. Lyrics aren't really much my thing, but I mean, it's good.
If you wanna put it on me, you're not gonna get it for free. Come on, spend that daddy sexy money on me.
David Guetta. Yeah, you're not having too good of a year, are you? This is supposed to be your big comeback year, and you have an album in the works, but in general, your songs aren't even doing that good. Your remix with Versace on the Floor flopped. To You was, I mean, it lasted a few months, then kind of flopped, and this new song, I don't even think he's even going to touch the charts because there's no real momentum here. It's another throwaway kind of mediocre dance hit that really just, I don't know, the potential for this song, it started off pretty good actually, but then that drop comes around. Sounds like rehashed, watered down To You. Charli XCX is like, oh my god, she is so obnoxious on this song, but in a bad way. It's not like a song that really makes me want to get up and party, so I can ignore the obnoxiousness coming from Charli, but in general, yeah, she's just too obnoxious. The beat's too sterile and stiff, and in general, the song is just undanceable and boring. So yeah, pass on this.
I'll be running through the jungle, I'll be crying with the wolves to get to you,
Hey, Selena Gomez is back with a new EDM song, and I was really hyped for this actually because I figured since she did a good song with Kygo, a really good song actually, one of my favorite hits of the year, but then she goes around and do this song with Marshmello, and it's nowhere near as good. Honestly, the drop, while not bad, I will praise it, but it's so slow and kind of dull. Sounds like Marshmello once again watered down his production for a radio audience that unfortunately he's not seeming to get, because this song isn't getting any momentum anywhere really. It crashed down on the charts this week, and I can understand why. It's just a really forgettable song. So Selena Gomez sounds particularly annoying here too, especially in the build-up. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Pretty forgettable.
Why you taking if you're over it? Why you say let go if you still holding it?
So Calvin Harris dropped a radio edit of the song Faking It. I'm guessing the next single from Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1, and it is one of my favorite tracks on there. I am so glad he decided to choose this one as the single because I love all the colorfulness to it. I love, that it's actually pretty catchy at parts, and I mean, Kehlani sounds excellent on this. Honestly, I love her vocals. Little Yachty does bring the song down a little bit. Honestly, he is just so annoying. I don't like the way he raps, and his voice is just so cringy. Plus, there's that pepperoni pizza line, which I just can't get over. But anyways, though, aside from that, Kehlani does an excellent job. Calvin Harris's production is good, and that's all I got to say about it. Solid song.
I am so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate.
I originally wasn't going to include this one here, but I did see that it was getting particularly high on the iTunes chart, so I was wondering, this could potentially become a hit. So yeah, Portugal the Man got a hit. Maybe Theory of a Deadman can, with this song RX, in parentheses, Medicate. Basically, a song about how you're so bored, you're just going to do drugs, I'm guessing. And in general, I wanted to hate this, but no, I actually don't. Honestly, it sounds like a really slow and really radio trendy song. But, I mean, the vocals are good. It's got a solid sing-along catchy hook. And yeah, not really much I have to say about this one. It's just a pretty decent song. Not really a great one, but it's just a fine song, and I'll take it. Ooh, here comes Fall Out Boy's fourth stumble to get a charting song on Billboard. Man, I'm really worried for that album. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. But unfortunately for Mania, the singles have been kind of going downhill one after the other. First, we got Young and Menace, and honestly, I like that song. I mean, I used to be like, oh my god, this is straight garbage. But once I grew into it, I noticed that it was a really fun song, and it wasn't as poorly produced as I once thought. It's actually pretty good. Honestly, I really like the song. Then we get Champion, and that's another solid song. Honestly, I don't think it's like anything spectacular, and it definitely kind of feels like, a bit more of a forgettable version of Centuries. But then we get the last of the real ones, and it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say the song's all that good or great, but it's a passable song. And then we get this song, which really seems like a step in the wrong direction. Honestly, while Pete Wentz does a good job, I feel like the production is pretty bland. It honestly is a lot of pale reggae music with a bunch of like drums and percussion blocking out a lot of the melody, making this track sound pretty weak, to be honest. Not the worst Fall Out Boy song, not the worst song off of Mania so far. Well, actually, yes it is, but but in general, it's a mediocre song. I wouldn't say it's like terrible, but not good either.
That's why I keep pressing you, pressing you, you got the juice. Baby.
I realize this next one probably won't be a hit at all, but I just wanted to put it on there because it's so good. I love all the funky vibes and the colorful production and just the bouncy funness of it all. I'm like, why can't songs like this get on the radio? I mean, come on. It's great. Check it out. Great.
I believe that I'm in too deep. Jealousy, get the best in me. Look, I don't mean to frustrate, but
I decided to include Bad at Love by Halsey on this list because it is a new growing hit by her. And honestly, not a terrible one as I was expecting, because Halsey is one of the worst pop stars to arise in a long time. And yes, Halsey, I know you're trying to sell yourself as an alternative artist, but your music is clearly pop, so deal with it. Anyways, yeah, the song, it's pretty okay. Honestly, the worst part about the song to me is Halsey. Her vocals are just so, I don't really care for her voice at all. It's got no character, it's really thin, and it's also really annoying too. The Bad at Love refrain, like, at times I kind of like it, but at other times it just sounds kind of whiny and annoying and really pretentious. And yeah, honestly, the chorus is just kind of something I'm just like, about. The song is okay. It's got a decent melody. There's nothing awful about it. It's definitely nowhere near New Americana levels of bad, but let's not go there. Well, guys, that's another Pop Track Roundup. See you guys next time for more songs, more album reviews, and more stuff here at LegendBTV. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy. Like, comment, share your rating on the songs. Best of the week will probably go to Chromeo with their song Juice, which, you know, it's really epic and fun. Honorable mention, probably Faking It by Calvin Harris. Pretty good song. Dishonorable mention goes to David Guetta and Afrojack featuring Charli XCX and French Montana for an obvious flop. And then worst of the week will go to Meant to Be by Bebe, Rexha and Florida Georgia Line for being so utterly bland and sterile. Like, Florida Georgia Line is so boring. Anyways, thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe.
we are the new Americana. High on legal marijuana.
Shut it forever!